the last lap, the two Mercedes drivers collided. This resulted in a win for Hamilton and a pole. Other two drivers,
Hello? Can you hear me now? Anybody hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Oh, finally. Right. So guys, thanks for your patience. Apologies about that. I'm not actually quite sure what the problem was there, but welcome back to Invictus Racing League. We're here again for Tier 3 around the Austrian Grand Prix, Round 5. We're just nearly finished qualifying actually, so we've missed a lot of action, but yeah, we've got a few drivers on track, a few getting ready to set their final laps, but yeah, apologies again for that. We're going to ride on board with the Alpine of Giovi here. He's in second place at the minute. I'm not sure, he's just down on his delta, so I'm not sure if he's going to finish this lap or not. Looks like he's going to come into the pits. We've only got the 15 drivers today, so it's a slightly reduced grid, but I'm sure there'll still be a lot of action. As you can tell, it's just myself as well this evening. No Joe Hamster this week. Unfortunately, he's busy with other things this week. So it's just myself, JP, King. Let's see how he gets on with his lap now. Sitting down near the back of the grid, but he's just made a mistake there into the final corner. I'm not sure if he's going to improve. He does improve, but stays in 13th, but that is a better lap from him. We should be seeing a lot of drivers coming out of the pits now any second. Of course, it is the shortest, the quickest track on the calendar, so the drivers can wait as long as they need to really to come out. A lot of laps in the race as well, so they'll have to be careful of the tires. We're going to run on board, ride on board here with Xerox. He seems to be has he just done his time, or is he is light is flashing, so he's actually not on an improved time. We're going to see how Racing Master does. I think he is on a push lap here, so this will be his final opportunity, you would say. Maybe if he makes a mistake, he might go for another run. He's getting the slipstream there off the Aston Martin. Down into up into turn 3 rather. Get that pointed nice and straight for the exit, getting the power as early as possible. He's going to get a nice little slipstream again off the cars ahead. He doesn't want them to block him though. There's a good few there you can see on the track map, so they'll want to get out of the way nicely. Still got a car ahead of him, so that is going to affect him quite a lot. The Mercedes there of Blackside, who is in P1, but he's probably cost Racing Master a tenth or two into that section of corners, and he's actually going to head for the pit lane. Nitro Gash is up on his time. Going down into turn 4. See how Massive Marshall gets on as well. He seems to be improving, doesn't want to go over the track limits. Down into the final corner, he's taking that really nicely, straightening it up. What can he do? He puts himself into P8, a slight improvement there for him, as Mikey goes second place, so that's a really good lap, just slower than Blackside, as Nitrogash crosses the line in 4th place provisionally. Got Water now, see what he can do across the line. That's P3 for him, so he goes ahead as Sir Spud, I think, is retired. I'm not sure if that's, I believe that's in the pit lane. Giovi's looking like he's going to improve, and at the minute he could take pole here, so we'll have to watch and see as he goes through the final corner. He's taking that really nicely. See if he can take pole. He does with a 104.5, so excellent time from him there to take pole. See if Jack, no, he cannot improve, so that will be your grid order for the race. So I'll run you through that once the graphic comes up on the screen. But a brilliant time there from Giovi to get himself on pole, a 10th ahead of Blackside, who joins him on the front row. Then we have Mikey in third on the second row alongside Water in fourth. Then we have Nitrogash and Racing Master in fifth and sixth. Then Jack and Bruce, and then rounding out the top 10, JPH in ninth and Master Marshall in 10th. Then we have Xerox just outside the top 10 there, and then Maras, King, Surspud and Snav to finish the grid for the race. So that is certainly interesting there. The McLarens will probably be a little bit disappointed with that result. They did very well last week, but they haven't been great in qualifying, so they'll be looking to make up a few positions there as well in the race. Good to see everyone in the comments as well. They all seem to be looking forward to it. Yes, random weather, but it looks like it's dry by the looks of it from what I can see. See how the weather develops throughout the race. Maybe we could get a bit of rain at some point, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Just waiting for all the drivers to select their strategies. There's probably a few different ways you could go with the strategy here. You could start on the mediums and then either go for hards to the end, or maybe even try and stretch it out on bolt on instead of softs, but it is quite difficult to manage the tires around here as well. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that. Water has left the session. I'm going to try and get him back in, so bear with me. Hopefully we can get Water back in. But yeah, we're just waiting for the drivers. Should be a really good race. Of course, Austria notorious for the amount of overtaking opportunities. So no rain, says Xerox. So there you go. It'll be a dry race today. So that added probably for most of the drivers negative aspect of the races, at least not going to come into play today. But still, I think a lot of overtaking opportunities. As I said, a lot of drivers will be kind of playing a bit of DRS cat and mouse. I think we'll watch out for that as well. Of course, 3 very powerful DRS zones on this track, so should be a good watch as Water has come back in, so that's good. Don't forget, guys, to get your predictions in the comments if you want as well. I think we're going to have a similar result actually to last week. So I think we're going to see a Jack win, and I think Blackside will take second, and I think Bruce will take third. I think that'll be my prediction for today. Eli saying Mikey to take the win. Maybe, yeah, he had a good qualifying performance, so he's definitely one to watch out for. Not quite sure what the big delay is, but should be underway shortly for the formation lap. As we are now getting ready for the formation lap. So Giovi there, his first pole of the season, of course, this is only his second or third race, so he'll be, I'm sure, delighted with that. And then Blackside, of course, alongside him, he's had good pace, but he's just kind of made a few mistakes that have cost him quite a few points this season, so he'll be hoping for a bit more consistency today. Yeah, 3 wide moments every corner. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for anyway. I'm sure we will get that. To everyone so close. See Malc there in the comments. Always good to have him with us. Of course, commentating on Thursdays for RP as well. Always very entertaining. Now we're gonna just have a look at what all the tire strategies everyone is on. So I'll get that up for you now, if I can. So we have the two cars on the front row, Blackside and Jovi. There you've gone for the mediums, while Mikey behind is actually on the hard tires. And then further back we have a few drivers there, including the two McLarens on the hards, and then Xerox, interestingly, the only car on the softs, so he'll be looking to get a really good start now as all the drivers line up nearly ready to go. We've got the view isn't great now. I'm gonna have to ride on board, I think, with one of the drivers as we're just getting ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are go for the Austrian Grand Prix. A good start there from Jovi, I think. He's got Blackside with him. There's going to be 3 wide there. Nitric Ash and Water as well. Mikey going forced out wide. See further back, that is Blackside being spun around as well. We've got 3 wide up front. Nitric Ash looking to go around the outside of Racing Master into turn 3 there. Doesn't look like any contact has been made with any of the drivers, but we have lost Jovi. He must have made a mistake or maybe made contact into turn 3 there. He's lost all the positions, so he will be pretty angry with that, I would say, as Jack nearly getting forced out onto the gravel. He's got his teammate behind him who's lost a few positions as well. Mikey on hard tires is King nearly just making the move on Mike there, and Mike nearly forced him out onto the gravel. I have a feeling he might have a bit of damage there. He's getting swallowed up by everyone as JPH makes his way through. And look at that, Bruce into P4 as well. Brilliant start from him, so he'll be delighted with that. Everyone kind of forming up now. Giovi heads into the pit, so that is a disastrous lap 1 from him, from pole position all the way to the back of the grid. And Blackside as well, who started second. That is a disastrous start for those two, and Mikey as well, don't forget. As King and Jack battle away, Jack holding on to that position for now, as though King might be looking to make that move. Not quite close enough, but he is on those medium tyres, so they should be working well at this point compared to the hards. So we have Water now in the lead, managing that gap to Racing Master. He's not been able to pull away, but Racing Master, by the looks of it, using up a lot of his ERS, just trying to stay within DRS range of him, which he has done so far. As Nitrogash is also up into the podium positions, as Water sets the fastest lap. Now Maris as well on the back of JPH. He's on the quicker tyres. He's going to try and make this move. It looks like he's got the run on him. He's going to be sensible. He's going to try around the outside, maybe try and get a better exit. He's straightening it up well. He's going to get the drive. He's been just put on the grass there a bit as Bruce and Massive Marshall. Massive Marshall gets past Bruce, so Bruce obviously didn't get the DRS there off Nitrogash, and Massive Marshall able to fly past them there into turn 4. As Maris is into the gravel, he's just got caught up behind the back of GPH, I think. Just got too close and ended up into the gravel, so that's lost him a few positions and a lot of time as well. Hopefully he'll be able to make that back, as now Blackside gets past him as well. Massive Marshall setting fast as that, so he's looking very quick at the minute. Making his way past Bruce into P4. Now he's going to look to chase the top 3. JPH here on the back of King. He's not really going to get close there. Not a great exit. He does have DRS, and King does not, but he's not close enough yet. But he should be at some stage as King gets up onto the gravel a bit, and now JPH not really able to have a look. I think he's just going to wait this out, wait for another mistake maybe from the Mercedes. He has Mikey right behind him as well, as Mikey nearly loses it. Manages to keep it pointing in the right direction. JPH being sensible, not going to make a really rash move, as the lead of the race, we could be seeing a change here. Racing Master and Water go side by side. Water holding on for now, but Racing Master will have DRS up into turn 3. And he does make the move. As further back, we've got King and Mikey battling it out. King holding on to that position for now, but Mikey might be able to get the run on him, not quite. Massive Marshall all over the back of Bruce here. Bruce must have been able to get back past and must have missed that. They're side by side. A lot of racing so far in the opening laps. Oh, is Massive Marshall going to be able to get the undercut on him? Not quite. Good racing though, great to watch. The Water still on the back of Racing Master, so these two just look like they're really matched for pace. Still not able to shake off Nitrogash, who is staying in DRS, so he'll be looking to capitalize on any battling that ensues with those two ahead of him. Now Jack looking to make a move into the top 5, so he's making up positions ahead of Massive Marshall, who's lost a couple. Massive Marshall there just getting the better exit out of the corner, so Jack not able to do anything, but he's going to go down the outside. Around the outside, can he make it stick? Ooh, it's going to be very tight. They're going to go side by side. No, they're not. Jack slots in behind. He's going to go down the inside here. He's going to look for it. Is it going to stick? It might do. Massive Marshall around the outside. There's no contact. This is great racing to watch here. Jack is going to just get ahead, so that's brilliant. A brilliant move from here. Took a couple of corners, but he got it done in the end. Yeah, a 2 in the bed battle, that's right, yeah. It's Blackside now getting caught up behind Xerox. Xerox flashing away there as ERS slow. Probably struggling a bit. As Maris going down the inside, cutting the corner as well, and Blackside nearly going round, but we've got a change for the lead, have we? Yeah, Water and Racing Master going side by side. Water going down the inside, he has the inside line, but Racing Master looking to hold it around the outside. He's going to give him room. Nice and clean battling again. I think Water's just going to hold on to this one. Yeah, he does. Racing Master slotting back in behind him for now, but this is not over, I'll tell you that much. This is a fantastic battle between these two. There is nothing to separate these, as Blackside makes the move on Maris into the top 10 now, so at least that's some kind of consolation for him, and I'm sure he'll be able to catch up even more. Racing Master going very deep. Water's going to get the better exit here on the ERS as well. Who has DRS though? That is probably key. It is Water, so he should be able to get by, but he's going to probably back off a bit to try and get DRS, but I don't think he will. I think Racing Master will have DRS here. He'll get the better exit. He should make this move fairly comfortably. See if Nitrogash can stick his nose in there. Not quite, still a bit too far back. Massive Marshall still on the back of King, so these guys here, Bruce, Jack and Massive Marshall, again having a brilliant scrap as well. It's kind of a couple of groups we've got here. We've got the 3 leaders and then the 3 behind them. Brilliant racing so far, I have to say. As Racing Master going wide, I'm not sure, you could pick up a warning there, but not ideal for him at all. And this is actually going to invite Bruce to maybe get DRS off Nitrogash, not quite at this stage. JPH making the move on King there as well. Maybe the hard tires kind of coming back to these drivers now. They might be slightly quicker than mediums as King flies past JPH. Absolutely no problem there at all. Clearly with the overspeed on his Jack and Massive Marshall maybe making a bit of contact there as well, as the leaders again switch around, and Racing Master not giving up on this one at all. He's just leaving just enough room for Water, but I think Water is going to try this to hold it, but no, he can't, not at the minute. It's Racing Master in the Haas still in the lead of the race, but this is a ding-dong battle, I have to say. This is brilliant racing, and now Nitrogash right on the back of them as well. So Massive Marshall is now ahead of Jack again, and Jack now has King to worry about right behind him. We're going to go back to the leaders though, because the gap is still only 0.3 of a second, and Water is going to have DRS here. See if he shapes for a move of Mike. He picks up a 3-second penalty. Water down the inside, Racing Master this time not putting up a fight. Using a bit of ERS there, but Water actually has DRS as well, so that was very smart from him, and now he's going to make the move stick. Just about. I'm not sure, is that a bit of rain on our screens? I'm not quite sure. It looks like there are a few drops. It certainly is. There is a bit of rain. I was told that there would be no rain, but apparently we have a bit of rain. I'm not sure how heavy it will get. It might just be a few drops. But if it does get any heavier, this will make it very, very interesting indeed. Nitrogas now closing up to the back of Racing Master. Racing Master's just dropped off a little bit from water. He's still got the DRS though, but just dropping back a small bit. As Maris actually jumps into the pits to put on intermediate tyres, so we'll keep an eye on him, have a look at what times he's doing compared to everyone else. As the two Ferraris are side by side into turn 3, Sir Spud getting ahead of Xerox on those now very worn soft tyres. He'll probably want to box fairly soon. I think it might be worth the risk for those intermediate tyres. We'll see what the drivers at the front do. I don't think any of them are going to risk it just yet. Probably not quite wet enough, but it probably won't be long by the looks of it. As King, he pits, so he's going to take the risk onto the intermediate tyres. He picks up a penalty, a 5-second penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately for him. But Racing Master now going down the inside of Water. Water's going to try and get the better exit with the DRS on as well, but who's going to have DRS? It's going to be Racing Master. So he's going to have DRS and the inside line. See if he can keep this. Oh, Water's done very well there. Later on the brakes around the outside. Racing Master struggling there a bit. I think these drivers might head into the pits very soon. Would not be surprised at all. They seem to be losing a bit of grip, just trying to keep the car on the track. As it looks like Massive Marshall has made a mistake. As I've said that, he's dropped behind Bruce now. None of the front runners diving in just yet. We'll see if anyone does. I don't think they are. No. As JPH and Mikey now going side by side. JPH still now ahead of Mikey, as Racing Master and Water again swapping positions. This is every lap they're changing. As Water goes down the inside, Racing Master now looking to get on the power, the ERS, but he's not going to have DRS, but he's still, look at that straight line speed as it's a safety car. I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe Sir Spud has spun around. It doesn't look like a very a big incident, whatever has happened, to call out the safety car, but that is going to really work in the favour of these guys that haven't pitted. They're all going to get an easy, cheap pit stop now, and they're all going to put on those intermediates. Look how wet the track is. Yeah, that is quite something. The drivers at the start of the race not even expecting rain at all, but here we are, so very, very interesting. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for King though, as he's now going to lose the positions to the drivers ahead, as they do get an easy pit stop. But Water actually picking up a 5-second penalty, so that could be devastating for him by the end of the race. That could lead to maybe him losing out on the win if he can manage to hold position, but that is really, really not good for him. I'm sure he'll be fuming in that car now. Everyone now onto the intermediate tyres. Under the safety car. We will just have a look at the penalties. So we have Maris on 6-second penalties. We got Xerox with a 5-second penalty, King with a 5-second and a 3-second penalty. Mikey with 3 seconds. Xerox picking up another 5-second penalty in the pit lane, and Water, the leader of the race, on a 5-second penalty. So certainly penalties going to influence the result of this race for sure, I think. Couple of drivers now just trying to catch up to the back of the queue. Sir Spud there with Jovi, who's looking to recover from his awful lap 1. Still could be looking at a few points though if he shows the pace that he had in qualifying. Still could be looking at a solid result. We haven't had any DNS yet, which is great to see, but of course only the 15 drivers in the race. But yeah. Can you hear me? I think I've had another problem with the audio. As everyone's gone wide there into turn 3 off the safety car restart. Apologies if you couldn't hear me. A lot of cars losing out. Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can, yeah. Sorry about that, as we do have a safety car. A lot of action there in the opening. Snav off the track in the gravel. Everyone seems to be okay though. Oh. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I was talking to myself there for a few minutes, but yeah, we should be back now. I forgot that I had muted myself. Apologies. So the safety car has come back out. A few drivers heading into the pit lane with a bit of damage, I would presume. Mara's picking up another penalty for a collision with Mikey. I'm not sure what that's all about. But yeah, pretty hectic safety car restart there. I think we saw a couple of drivers off track in turn 1 and then again in turn 3. It's resulted in JBH making up a few positions there as well, so he'll be delighted with that. Much better race for the McLaren so far, 5th and 6th compared to their quali result. But we do still have the same top 3: Water, Racing Master and Nitrogash. Rain really putting a spanner in the works. Yeah, definitely, Bob. It's resulted in a lot of incidents and a lot of action for us to see. Of course, no DRS though in wet weather conditions, so it is a little bit more difficult to overtake. It certainly didn't stop anyone off the restart. Looks like Mars is diving into the pit lane there. He's going to serve one of his 5-second penalties, I think. I'm not sure if he's got damage, but he'll be at least able to serve that penalty, get himself onto fresh intermediate tyres as well. So as I was saying there while I was muted, we've had a lot of drivers up and down from their changing up and down from their original grid's positions. So we have Race Master made up 4 positions into second place, of course, and JBH now, he's made up 4 positions from where he started as well. So great driving from him. King and Sir Spud made up 6 positions each as well so far. Of course, Jovi lost 10 positions. Of course, starting on pole alongside Blackside, he's lost 8 positions as well. But we're going to get ready to get back underway again. Water again, second time round. See if he goes for the same approach, getting a good exit out the last corner. See where he gets the foot down. He goes, he's gone. Oh, he's just losing the rear a bit on the probably cold tyres, but still holding the lead for now. But he does have Racing Master right behind him, very close to the back of him there. Racing Master, see if we can be clean into turn 1. I think we are. Massive Marshall and Xerox going side by side. A little bit of contact there maybe. Xerox looking to hold on to this one as we've got a few cars going side by side ahead. Jovi and Blackside fighting now on the edge of the top 10. Jovi there being pushed wide, as so is Mikey, I think, onto the grass. Mikey losing out there as Sir Spud gets ahead of him, and King, as well as we've got a few drivers. We've got a Mercedes, I think that is, into the gravel. As we've got a spinner, I think, as well, maybe. No, King into the gravel though, as Jovi losing out, so he might have had a bit of a spin or a bit of contact there. I think Xerox has gone round as well. He's on the grass. He's worked out well for Water though. He's nearly a second ahead of Racing Master. Got Jack right on the back of the Red Bull ahead of him as well, so Jack will be looking for another podium to build on his result last week. See what he can do. Can he get a good exit out of turn 1 up this long uphill straight past the basically non-existent turn 2 and then into the heavy braking zone of turn 3. He does get close. He's going to go for it. There is contact and he's pushed Nitrogash off. I think he's going to let Nitrogash keep that position. I think, yes, he does. He's done the right thing there. Good sportsmanship from him there. But yeah, Nitrogash holding on to that position as Mikey and Maras. Maras getting ahead of Mikey there, I think, as he's now got Jovi to worry about behind him. Blackside as well, putting a lot of pressure on the Ferrari of Sir Spud. So Blackside making a decent recovery here. He's going to go trying to make the move. Not quite going to work out, but he'll have another opportunity down into the final 2 corners. He's going to wait until the start finish straight, I think. Bruce as well swapping positions with JPH, so that is clearly some good teamwork there. JPH not fighting that one at all, letting Bruce by. Bruce maybe the quicker driver at this stage. Looks like a good battle now. Massive Marshall going to try and go down the inside of Blackside. He's not going to back out this one. He's going to go down the inside. Can he make it stick? I think he will, but Blackside might get the better exit of out of the corner. No, he doesn't, so Master Marshall ahead. That's a good move from him there. Mikey and Jovi now. Jovi trying to get ahead of Mikey. Not quite able to get ahead of him yet, but all of this battling Racing Master, Nitrogash, Jack has let Water go, so Water is now 3 seconds. That is a big gap. 3 seconds now to Racing Master, so he's really stretching his legs here in the wet conditions. The rain has stopped, so it looks like it could get dry any minute now, I would say, actually. So we could be back to dry weather by the end. Massive Marshall now, he looks super quick. He's ahead of Spud now into 7th, and Spud goes round. He's going to hit the wall. He's going to get damage. Another safety car, so that's probably similar to what happened before with Sir Spud. So that's brought out our 3rd safety car of the race. So unfortunate for him, just getting probably a little bit too greedy on the exit there. Of course, you do have to be super careful in the wet conditions, but he's just gone into the wall there. At least he's not DNF'd. He's still in the race. He can still fight for a few points, maybe. Now, it'll be interesting to see, though, if anyone decides to pit. King does. King is in the pits. He's going to go into soft tires. See if everyone else does. I think they will. Water is coming in. So Spud picks up a penalty. Yep, drying rapidly. It certainly is, yeah. Nitrogash in. I think everyone's going to come in here. Bruce is going to... JPH, rather, is going to get caught up behind Bruce in the pit stops, I think. As Maris actually stays out, interestingly. Maybe he didn't want to be stuck behind his teammate in the pits here, because that is going to happen to him, and he's probably going to lose quite a few positions. See where he comes out. I think he's going to drop quite a few. Indeed, he's dropped all the way down to 12th. That will be 10th by the time Snav and Maris come in. So yeah, very interesting. Now we're back onto the dry tyres on a very rapidly drying track, as Renz said. Yeah, Nitrogash, the only top runner to go into the soft tyres. I'm kind of surprised at that, because we've only got 12 laps left. Two of them will be under safety car. I think there was a bit of contact there with Massive Marshall, and indeed there was. He's into the wall. I don't know how that's happened. Making contact with somebody under the safety car. But yeah, Jovi as well on the softs. He'll be very quick, I think. Water likes wet conditions, yeah. It certainly looks like it, Lucas, yeah. He was certainly stretching his legs there in that stint on the intermediates, but now back to dry. He'll be hoping to pull a gap on Racing Master again. He did get to serve that penalty, and actually he kept the lead, so I think that's kind of a blessing in disguise for him there. He's managed to get rid of that 5-second penalty and still keep the lead of the race. So yeah, now it's there's nothing to separate these guys in terms of penalties. They'll be hoping to keep it clean for the rest of the race. Hopefully we will be able to get the safety car in this lap. I'll have to wait and see. King there just catching up to the back of the safety car queue now. Hopefully he'll be there in time for the safety car to come in. Not sure it will though. Looks like we're going to get another lap under the safety car, so that's going to work out well for the soft tyre runners. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of the drivers further down maybe going into the pit lane, but it doesn't look like anyone is. King does. So it looks like we're going to get 10 laps of racing, a sprint to the end here in Austria. Hope you're doing a good job. Yeah, I'm doing as good as I can, Joe. We've had a couple of technical difficulties, but we're running smoothly now, hopefully. But yeah, we've had a really chaotic race, I have to say, as the safety car is going to come in this lap. But yeah, still Water holding on to that lead. Sir Spud leaving the session. Racing Master also ghosted. Yeah, I'm always having technical difficulties, yes. Yeah. I think we're having a couple of drivers having issues there. Racing Master in the driver's room saying he's desynced. Hopefully we can get him going again, because that would be really disappointing if the result of the race came down to him disconnecting. But Nitrogash is going to get past his ghosted car. Jack will be soon to follow as he's driving inside him. As Nitrogash has had a really bad exit out of the corner, so Jack is now moving up into second, and Bruce, look at that, into third place as well. We've got a few drivers side by side. Not a great view of it, but it doesn't look like anyone has got damaged. Sir Spud is back. We've got a lot of movers. Jovi, look at that, into P6 as well. Keep an eye out for him. He could even be on for a podium here on those soft tyres. Yeah, a couple of drivers moving there. JPH just looked like he's lost a few positions. I'm going to try and get Racing Master back into the race if I can. Oh. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get him back in as Sir Spud retires. He crashed, and that's another safety car. What is going on? It looks like he's probably had an incident there with Maris's. Sir Spud, by the looks of it, running into the wall there in the last corner. I'm not really sure what's happened there. Apologies for missing that. Another safety car here just to back up the field even more. And look at that, Jovi now in P6 on the soft tyres. He'll be delighted with that comeback. Same for Blackside as well in P5. In all of that, Nitrogash has picked up a 3-second penalty as well, so that could drop him a good few positions. Could cost him a podium position even. I'm just going to take a minute, and I'm going to try and get Racing Master back into the race, so just bear with me. So, looked like Racing Master did get into the lobby. It looks like he is here, so that's good. he'll be looking to recover there, try and get a few points at least. Of course, devastating for him. I know what it feels like. It's happened quite a few times myself in the last few races, so yeah, it is very, very frustrating, but yeah, I'm sure he'll still be able to pick up a few points at least. Interestingly enough, it looks like Jovi's actually pitted as well for another set of softs, so he's giving up a lot of track position there, really, but he will be on much quicker tyres, but he won't have a lot of time to do it. He'll have 6 laps. Maybe he will be able to improve past P6, maybe into the top 5, but we'll have to wait and see with that. Slightly surprising to see, as we're getting ready again to get back underway. Another safety car restart for Walter to contend with, as Jack, he's got a different driver behind him this time. It's Jack now behind him, so let's see how this unfolds. Jack has shown, looks like he could pick up another podium as we are now underway, and Walter's got a really good getaway there. He's 5 tenths ahead. I think we have somebody, King, heading into the pits for his drive-through penalty, I believe. Xerox, look at that, in 9th place. Racing Master is disconnected again, and Sir Spud. I'm not really sure what's going on. A couple of the guys just not able to get into the races. Jovi's driven right through Racing Master's car, and that is not allowed. But we'll have to keep an eye on the action of the black side going down the inside of Bruce there, making it up into P4, which is provisionally could be P3, is Nitrogash with 3-second time penalty. So really, really good recovery from Blackside, as I think we've got a car around somewhere. If we can pick it up, it's Jovi. I think he's gone round. Couple of cars, a couple of drivers with penalties as well. Mikey here in 7th, Jack getting the fastest lap as well, so he's snatched that. Going to try and keep an eye on Jack, though. He's not far behind Water at all. He's going to try and go and grab this win, snatch it off Water. Walter in the AlphaTauri, he's led so much of this race, but could he just lose it at the end to Jack? We'll have to see, as there's just 4 laps to go. DRS should be enabled at the start of the next lap. Jack there looks like he's gone over track limits there. He might have picked up a warning. He'll have to be careful as Water now sets the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, DRS enabled now. Jack is going to have DRS here, I think. He's got Nitrogash though on the soft tires right behind him, so he's going to have to look both ways, not just ahead. We've got yellow flag, as that's Jovi. Looks like he's crashed into turn 1, so that a bad day getting even worse for him. I think he's actually just given up. I think he's retired. On track is Snav and Maris are battling. It's actually going to be a safety car again. I think this is the 4th safety car we've had, so yeah, a lot of time being spent under the safety car, but it'll only be out for a lap or so. just gives Water a bit of time to breathe. And of course now this will mean that DRS will be disabled for the first 2 laps as well, so that will really give Water the advantage. He might even be able to hold on here. We'll see as there's only 3 laps left. Racing Master's still not in the race, and unfortunately I can't actually get him back in. Really disappointing for Racing Master. He looked like he could have been on for at least a 2nd place, if not a win, but just, yeah, not his day, unfortunately. At least he showed the pace, though. That is what counts. Yes. Racing Master and Maris changing positions there. I'm not sure what that's about. The safety car should be coming in this lap. Mikey picking up a 5-second penalty for contact with Massive Marshall, who is ahead of him, so he must have maybe ran into the back of him there. It looks like he actually has front wing damage. As we are getting ready to go once again, it feels like Groundhog Day here. But we've got we've got 2 laps left, so not much time at all for Jack to try and take the win off Water, but we'll have to keep a close eye on these 2. Water really backing him up as much as he can, and now he gets the foot down and he's away, and a similar start to last time. He's pulled a little bit of a gap. Jack is going to use as much ERS as he can. Got a couple of changes for a position further back. Massive Marshall there getting ahead of JPH. JPH going to try and make the move, not quite. We're going to have to go back to the leaders though. Jack not far off Water. This could be really tight on the last lap. Both similar on ERS as well. Water with slightly more, but Jack will have that slipstream down the 3 straights as he's closed up massively here to Water, so he's going to be right at the back of him into the last 2 corners. He's kind of cut the corner there a bit, losing a bit of time. He wants to get a good exit out of turn 10 here onto the start finish straight with 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go of this enthralling race, I have to say, as he goes right up onto the curb. He's got decent exit there. He's going to pump as much ARS as possible. He's going to look to make the move around the outside. Water going defensive. Is he going to leave room for Jack? He is. Jack maybe not quite going to get the exit that he wants. Maybe he will. He's going to tuck in behind that AlphaTauri. Is he going to make the move down into turn 4? He's going to try the outside line. Oh, it's tight. It's very tight. He's going to get pushed onto the curb, but it's good racing. No contact. Is he going to try and hold it here? He is. He's going to just about. He's got the move done, I think. No, he hasn't. Water still trying to hang around the outside. There's contact, and Jack taking the lead, and Water's into the wall, and so is Nitrocash. That's a huge crash. Oh my days, what has happened there? Oh my word. Wow. So Jack taking the win, and Blackside in second, Bruce and JVH and 2 McLarens taking 4th. My goodness, wow, that was something else there at the end. Nitrocash, I think Water just didn't see Nitrocash on the outside, or maybe Nitrocash kind of turned in a bit, but either way, both of them ended up in the wall, in the gravel, and out of the race in sector 3 of the last lap. That is insane. Wow. Yeah, that was unbelievable stuff there. So in the end, Jack managing to take the win on the last lap. Brilliant battle we got to see there with Water. Then Blackside, in the end, second place where he started after all the shenanigans that he got involved in at the start of the race. And then Bruce, the final step on the final step of the podium. So brilliant result from him and from his teammate JPH, managing to get fourth as well. So they'll be delighted with that. Then Massive Marshall taking fifth place, and then Snav, look at that, in sixth. He started right at the back of the field, managing to get a really good result for himself there. Mikey then in seventh. Xerox in eighth, so a brilliant result for him as well. I'm sure he'll be delighted with that. Then Maris and Racing Master picking up the final point in 10th. Then, of course, Water and Nitrogas, who crashed out there in the final, the dying embers of the race, but yeah, really unfortunate for them. And then, of course, Jovi King and Sir Spud not being able to finish at all. Whew, wow. I think it's time to breathe after that. That was insane at the end there. I'm sure there'll be a lot of words exchanged in the driver's room. We're going to try and get... Thanks, guys, for everyone in the comments for watching. I know we had a few issues, so apologies again for that, but glad everyone enjoyed it. We're going to try and get a couple of guys in for interviews. Should be getting the drivers in. We've got Blackside so far. We're just waiting on Jack and Bruce. See if we can get a couple of comments from them as well. Hopefully we can get them in. We've got Bruce in now. We're just waiting on our race winner, Jack. Hopefully we can get him in, but I'm gonna move to down to P3, so I'll start from third place on the podium. Bruce, in the end, a fantastic result, especially considering your quality position. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Of course, we had a lot of action, a lot of weather changes as well. But yeah, I'd just like to get your thoughts on the race overall, I suppose. I know, yeah, no, you drove a good race, and yeah, that was smart. Uh, oh, Luke is in the chat there saying he can't hear anyone. Sorry, we're gonna have to fix that. Apologies. 1 second, bear with me. We should be able to hear Bruce. I'm not sure. Sorry, Bruce. Do you want to just say that again? I don't think that was quite caught on stream. Yeah, no, certainly a good result for yourself in the end. We will move on to our runner-up in Blackside. Blackside, you had a bit of an incident there, I think, on the first lap. Of course, you had a great qualifying, but dropped back in the end, finishing where you started. So, I suppose overall, I'd say you're delighted with that. Sorry, just saying that you had a kind of a rough start to the race, dropping all the way back near the back of the field, but then in the end you managed to get second place where you started. So yeah, just want to sum up your thoughts. Very good, yeah. Thank you very much. We are having some kind of issue. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I'm just gonna have to sort this out 1 second. Okay, we're going to move on to our race winner. I'm not actually sure if this is on the stream or not, but hopefully it is recording. So if there is an issue, I might be able to post it later. But we're going to move on to our race winner in any case. So Jack, a really good race from yourself, managing to pick up the win in the end. Maybe, well, I wouldn't say lucky. You made a really fantastic move on water in the really tricky kind of sector 2 there. But yeah, what were you thinking kind of on the last lap? You were kind of not being too aggressive, not wanting to make a mess of the move, but you managed to make it in the end, taking the win. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Well, I mean, I think staying out of trouble in these kind of races is probably half the battle, to be honest. But yeah, no, I think you definitely deserve it. You had a decent qualifying, and you were moving up the grid in the race, and I think a really fantastic battle there as well, as you said, side by side for about 7 corners. But yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on that incident. Did you actually? So you didn't quite see exactly what happened then with no, Tragash. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, we'll see how that situation develops throughout the week. But no, I think you definitely deserve the win from what I saw anyway. And no, great racing again and back on the podium. So congratulations, well done. All right. So I think that is that for tonight. Of course, we've got Tier 2 tomorrow, so that'll be another fantastic race, I'm sure. Tonight was unbelievable, really, especially at the end. We saw so much action and incidents and everything you could ask for, really, in a race. But hopefully, everything has worked out okay. I'm not sure if those interviews actually came through on the stream, But yeah, I think we will wrap it up there. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Of course, this Invictus Racing League stream brought to you in partnership with Venturi Studios and Grid Finders. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for Tier 2. Goodbye.